Now let's try to plot the graph of 2 sine 2x minus pi by 3. So here we have to notice that we have been given that x, the range of x is 0 to 7 pi by 5. So that is where we want to plot this. Now, before we start plotting it, there are a couple of things to understand. Sine is a periodic function. So if it is a periodic function, then it follows the pattern f of ax plus b, correct? And period of this function will be t by a, mod a. So we know that period of a sine function is 2 pi, correct? Sine, cos, cosecant and secant have a period of 2 pi. We learned that in the previous videos. So what will be the period of this f of x? It will be 2 pi divided by a. What is a here? So this is of the format ax plus b, where b is minus pi by 3, correct? 2x plus 2. So the period is pi. So basically this function is going to repeat itself for every interval of pi degrees. Now the graph is easy to plot once we know the max and the minimum fields. Like what is the peak of the graph? So if suppose we have a graph like this, so what is this height that it will achieve, and what is the height in the negative quadrant that it will achieve? So what is the dip and what is the height? We have to find that. How do we do it? So what is the maximum value of sine? Maximum value is 1. So when can sine achieve the value of 1? When this function is equal to pi by 2, correct? So basically 2x minus pi by 3, when this is equal to pi by 2, that is when sine will achieve its maximum value, which is 1. Now let us solve this. So this will be 2x is equal to pi by 2 plus pi by 3, which is 3 pi plus 2 pi divided by 6. So x is 5 pi by 12, correct? Now when x is 5 pi by 12, this is the peak of the graph. So let's find the dip. What is the dip it will find? So now we know that the period is pi by 3. So we will find the dip. So if this is pi, sorry, period is pi, not pi by 3. If this is pi, then if we subtract this part, then we can find the dip. So we just need this part of the graph now, the lower part. So this is 5 pi by 12. So we have to subtract this from the entire period. So 5 pi minus 5 pi by 12. This is 12 pi minus 5 pi divided by 12. So this is 7 pi by 12. So at 7 pi by 12, we will see the least value of this function. And what is the least value? How do we understand that? So sine pi by 2 is 1. So peak value is 2 and least value is minus 2. So the wave will be between minus 2 and 2. So these are the peak and dip of the graph we'll find. Now before you plot, so there is a minor correction here. So this is 7 pi by 12, where this is the dip, and we got x is equal to 2 because it is 2 times sine of pi by 2, which is 90. So 2 times 1 is 2, and same way the negative 2. So that is what these peak and dips are. Now let's start to plot this. So let's take a graph. So this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, x dash, y dash, and this is 0, So we know that the max that we will achieve is 2. So let this be 2. And the least that we will be achieving is -2. Those are the peaks. So this will be 0.5, 1, 1.5, all these in negative. So this will be 0.5, 1, and 1.5. So the function is 2 times sine of 2x minus pi by 3. So let's start from 0. What happens at 0? Let's check that out. So if we apply 0 to this function, we would have 2 times sine of minus pi by 3, which is minus 2 times square root of 3 by 2. So it is minus square root of 3. So it will be minus square root of 3, which is minus 1.732, minus 1.73 for approximation. So it will be somewhere here. So our graph starts here. And what would be the peak? So if we mark the graph, the peak would be at 2. So, and that is at 5 pi by 12. 5 pi by 12 is 75 degrees. So if this is pi, which is the period of this graph, and pi is 180, so 90 degrees would be somewhere here. This is pi by 2. So 7 pi by 2 would be somewhere here. Our 5 pi by 12 would be somewhere here. And 7 pi by 12, how much would that be? So 180 divided by 12 times 7. So that's 105. So this is 7 pi by 12. So at 7 pi by 12 is our least value, which is here. And at 5 pi by 12 is our highest value, which is here. Now let's join these points. And let's join this. Now the wave should go back up again because the least has already been reached. Now it has to go up here. Let's see where it will meet the x-axis. So let's see what this point is. So when 2x minus pi by 3, this is equal to 0, that is when sine is 0. When sine 0 is 0, that is when this function reaches this point. So this will be x is equal to pi by 6. So basically this point is pi by 6. Now if this is pi by 6, the next 0 would be achieved at pi plus pi by 6, correct? Which is 7 pi by 6. And 7 pi by 6 would be somewhere here after pi, which is 210 degrees. So our graph would be like this. So this is -2, this is 2, and the points are 7 pi by 12 and 5 pi by 12. So these are the things we have to show when we plot a graph for any of the trigonometric functions. So please rewatch this video. I know it is a complicated functionality we are solving, but if you do this over and over again for different functions, you'll be comfortable plotting any graph for trigonometric functions. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.